Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Barbara. I'm going to be doing some videos probably every week, and I'm going to be talking about different things and maybe doing different things as well. But today I'm going to talk about something that I've heard a lot of people talk about, and especially on Facebook. It's something that caught my eye because I once was in that situation before, and so I just thought, let me do a video about this and hear what people think. Yeah, I saw an article on Facebook saying that housemaids, especially in the UK, they charge a lot of money, and somebody was complaining that why do they charge so much money when they just sit around at home doing nothing, watching TV. And I just thought, I didn't know what to say about that. But well, speaking from experience, I will say sometimes it depends on the situation, and also it depends on your relationship, because as I see it from what people were saying, it seems like the maids are being helped by whoever they're working for, and that's it. But from my point of view, I can say we are all helping each other. If I am a maid, I am helping whoever I'm working for to look after their home, their children, whilst they're concentrating on their jobs and whatever they have to do, without having to worry about, having to pick up the kids from school, having to drop them off, having to come home and cook and do all stuff. But I'll be there to help them out, so they can be at peace going to work without having the fuss of, the kids and all that. And on the other side, whoever the maid is working for is helping the maid and giving them the money for them to be able to do whatever they need to do. So it's a win-win situation. I help you, you help me, we work together. Yeah, so when people start saying I don't see why they have to charge so much money, because they're going to be sitting around doing nothing, watching TV, using my internet, eating my food and all that, it's not a nice way of looking at things. Because for starters, living in somebody's house, it's not an easy thing to do. Leaving your own home to go and live with somebody, maybe somebody you don't know. To make matters worse, you don't know them, you've no relationship with them, and you have to leave your house and go and live with them. It's not easy. And when you're there, you're sort of working and living with your employer. How many would be happy to do that? So, that contributes also to whatever they charge, that, they're leaving the comfort of their home to come to your house to live with you, though you'll be providing food and everything else. But, the fact that somebody has to leave their own house and has to come and live in your house, it's uncomfortable. And also, if somebody is not doing what you want them to do, I always think it's good to tell them, but the way we tell them has to be, a nice way, because this is somebody I'm going to be living with. This is somebody I'm going to leave my children with. So if they're not happy, they might not be able to look after my children nicely as I would want them to do, because they're not happy with me. So they might take out everything on my children. So I would sit down with them and talk to them just like I would do to my children. I wouldn't just say, oh, you're doing this, oh, and shout about. I'll just sit down with them. Look, I'm not happy with A, B, C, D. If we can work together and, try to change this and this and that, do this in such a way, I would prefer you do things in this way or that way, then we work together. We need to understand that we're working together to help each other live their lives. The maid might need the money to look after their family, need the money maybe to look after their children. So at the end of the day, it's a job. If it's not a job to you, it's a job to somebody. How many of us, let's say I'm a nurse, I'm a social worker, I'm a doctor, whatever profession you may be, if you leave your job that you're doing today, you apply for another job, would you apply for a job that's got the same amount of money you are getting from your present employer? Or would you try to bargain to get a job that pays you a better amount of money? Everybody, I'm sure you would do that. You'd look for something that pays you more. You can't. There's nobody I've heard that who have left their job to go and get a job that pays less. So everybody who is looking for a job, I can guarantee you, they're looking for a job that pays them better than what they are already getting. So anybody would do that. The same with the maids. If she's getting maybe £500, $500, whatever currency you use where you are, I'm sure the maid, if they leave that job and go to find another one, they will try to get something that pays them better, because they need the money to do certain things in their life. Just like me, I need money every day. I may need more than I needed yesterday, because maybe I've got something more that I need to do, an extra thing that I need to do. We all have things that we have to do. We all need money for certain things. So I would say, let's not be quick to judge when we don't know somebody's situation. And if you can't afford the one that pays, that wants, £700, why not try to discuss with them your situation? Look, you're looking for 700, but me, with my situation, I'm not able to pay 700. Would you consider taking 600? Would you consider taking 500? Because that's what I can afford. I was once a maid. I once did that, helped somebody with their kids, and I once had somebody to come and help me with my kids. I've been in both situations, and I understand things from both angles, because I've been there, I've done it. When I needed help, when I was not well, I spoke to a lady. She said she wanted 500, and I told her, look, I know you want 500, but with my situation, I wasn't looking I wasn't going to look for somebody to help me, but because I'm not well, suddenly I'm not well, and I need my child to be looked after at hospital. I've been told I need bed rest. I can't manage by myself, so I've been forced to look for somebody to look after my child and me. So would you consider I can afford 450 And I spoke to her nice. I can afford 450 if you don't mind. I'm desperate for somebody. And they agreed. They came. We lived together. I tried by all means to make them feel comfortable. I tried by all means to think as it was me what I would want somebody to treat me like. When she did something wrong that I did not like, I called her, we sat down, look, I'm not happy with ABCD. After we talked, she was like, whew, that was the nicest telling off I've ever had. And I was like, what do you mean? The nicest telling off? I'm like, I wasn't telling you off. I was just telling you things I'm not happy with. I know, but everywhere I've been, you know, I've never had somebody I work with who tells me things the way you did. Everybody's always like shouting at me, hey, you're not doing this right. Why are you doing this? I'm paying you and you're not doing, you know, that kind of talk. It really made me want to cry. Even now, I don't think we should treat each other like that. I think we need to rethink our actions, rethink how we say things, because we are all people. One day, that maid could be your sister, because things turn around differently in life. You know, life is not guaranteed that where I am, I'll always be here, because, like I said, I once did the maid work, and I once had a maid in my house. So at the end of the day, things can change anytime. Let's treat others the way we would want to be treated. A maid is a person just like you and me. And let's be nice to each other. Let's learn to respect each other and each other's jobs. And let's do things as we want others to do to us. Just think, if you were a maid, what would you want your employer to do to you? How would you want your employer to treat you? I think for today, that's all I'm going to say. If you have any comments, please leave your comments below, and please subscribe to my channel. Share. Thank you. Bye bye.